Okay, so I wanted to do a quick intro. Today we'll be answering questions that I posted on my Instagram, Sunshine.prn. Yes, this is so weird that this YouTube says Cold Loves, like right there, or right there, up there, somewhere it says Cold Loves. But yeah, this was my first YouTube channel. Feel free to swipe through any of the other videos that I have up there. You know, I'm sure my 19-year-old self would love some love. So yeah, let's get into this and let's get started. We're good. So Caffeinated Gigi actually asked a couple questions. So another one was top 5 favorite scrub brands. So in no particular order, these are just kind of the ones that I personally wear and I love. So my first original scrubs that I bought were Barco, and they're the Grey's Anatomy ones. And I think I got like the Meredith Grey Blue. And those were my power scrubs for the longest time. I felt so, like I just felt smart in those. I don't know, and I love them. Excuse me, the navy blue. Next ones that I bought, I feel like I wore Grey's Anatomy forever. Just now, in the last like 6 to 8 months, I started wearing Figs, and I really like Figs. They're super comfortable, and like at first, like when I, you know, looked at Figs, I was like, oh, they're just like this Instagram brand, like blah 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 blah, like why, I don't want to give into it. And then the more I like researched scrubs, goodness gracious, my allergies are just like all up in here. The more I started researching the scrubs and just tried them on, I really liked the message of giving back. I recently went on a mission trip last June, and to see a hospital there and to see people that, you know, to know that this is going to good use, I just was so amazed by that, and I love that. And then Koi scrubs, I love the Lindsay pants. That is like my love life are the Lindsay pants, okay? There's so many pockets. I have them in black and I have them in my school color, and that is my life, okay? Grey's Anatomy, wear Figs, and Koi scrubs. Those are, this is ASU. ASU. Yeah, those are my life, guys. Okay. How do you organize your time and have time for God, relationships, school, and fun? Truthfully, I am not one of those people that have a calendar that like blocks, like today I'm gonna do this. That is not the way my brain works. That it would not help me out at all. And plus I just know I wouldn't do it. My philosophy is taking every single day by the day that it is, but with the fact of like I make God number one. So what I try to do, and today I didn't do this because I rolled out of bed and started doing things, so I will have to find time for this. But I usually look at the verse of the day on my Bible app, and I kind of just take a second to reflect that, and I like that. I have my I have my phone turned off, so I can't look at social media till 7 a.m. and I usually wake up between 5 and 6. So in that time frame, like I have, and if you guys want to know my schedule for daily life, yeah, I wake up super early pretty much every single day. Today I slept until 8 and it was awesome. So I look at my script of my verse of the day, and I kind of just take a moment to reflect on that. And if you guys want my journey as a Christian, I would love to do that. That is something that is a long video, and it would take up at least 20 minutes to give you my testimony and my growth, really sincerely in the last year. I guess year and a half. So yeah, I just take everything day by day. I know I have to put nursing school first. I know I have to do this. I have to do this. And then I can just kind of go with the flow. And that's what works for me. I work 2 days a week, and I know what my set schedule is, so and like months in advance. So I know I'm gonna work those 2 days. So how do I maneuver around that? Lately I've been thinking about taking a step back from volunteering at the church, just because I'm not giving 110% of myself to the middle school kids. Like I can't hang out with them during the week because of what my life has been so far, and like the taking it day by day. So for me, that is what works. I think it's either, so there's 2 ways to say this. It's either Madik Robinson or it's Mary Kay Robinson asks, how do you get through not doing well on a test? It takes me a long time to get over it. Okay. So at my school, anything below an 80 is failing, and you have to have an 80% average at the end of the semester to be able to move forward. To be able to move forward to the next semester. Whoa, don't fall. to be able to move forward to the next semester. So my last test, I got the lowest grade I've gotten in nursing school, I think was an 82, and that was last semester. And then this semester I got an 83 on that first super hard test. And to me, those aren't bad grades. I've kind of had to, like last semester I graduated, okay, I normally don't talk about this, but I got a 4.0 last semester. That was awesome. Do I expect that for myself for the next 3? No, because every semester is different, every class is different. There's no way that I could absolutely hold that standard for myself and still be sane, okay? Yeah, I'm a normal person. If I can get above an 85, that is my goal this semester, is to continue to get above an 80, to know more that I need to know, to understand. And sometimes test taking just sucks. Like it's not easy. So to get through not doing well on a test is kind of just understanding that you're human. Are you gonna fail the class because of this? If so, understand the mourning and the loss. Like just mourn that and grieve through it, but then kick yourself in the butt and say, okay, I'm gonna do better. There's no point in self-pity in any of this because it's a grade, it's a class, and you can do better. That's kind of what I tell myself. Do I cry? Heck yeah, I cry and I get stressed and I just have to move through those emotions, and then once I'm done being emotional, I'm like, all right, so now to continue to get better grades. I'm sorry that was just hard, but that's just how I, sorry if that just comes off just out there, but that's just how I get through it. I don't think there's really any sugarcoating it because, yeah, failing a test sucks, not doing well on a test sucks, but is it worth beating yourself up about it, or is it you're just get up, try again, okay? That's it. That's all I can, that's what I tell myself. I hard, tough love myself, and so I'm gonna tough love you. You can do it. Don't be a baby. Don't pity party yourself, because you're gonna do better next time. That's how I feel. Okay, Alondra says, coming back from field and exam in nursing school. So back to that. Girl, I'm so sorry. It sucks, but we're gonna do better. Study tips. Okay. So, you need to learn the way that you study. You need to, what is this hair doing? You need to learn the way that you learn, right? Does that kind of make sense? Understand how you grasp knowledge and what is your best way of being able to apply that knowledge to real life, and then thus applying it to a test, because those are two different things. But you need to know your priorities. For me, what worked last semester isn't working this semester. Last semester, I felt that I would read the lectures and then I'd make study guides. This semester, that's not flying for me, okay? I need to do more. So right now, I paid for a MedSurg Success book. I have it on Chegg. And then I also bought an NCLEX Nurse Mastery. So I'm taking NCLEX questions every single day, MedSurg. My goal is 20 a day. And if I can do 20 a day for the next year, I think I'll be fine for the NCLEX, and I feel like that goes for any single person who's also studying for normal tests. Just study every single day. Where is your weakness? My weakness is test questions. They get me. So if I can understand to take more test questions and how to answer them and how to do this, because I understand the knowledge when I'm in class, but then I cannot apply it to a test. Find your way that you learn, apply it. My way to learn is trial and error, thus taking tests and then applying that. So that's my study tip. I hope that it helps you, because failing an exam in nursing school is stupid and it sucks, and sometimes it makes us feel like we're not good enough and not worthy of this, but just know we are. There's a reason why you're here. Okay. Jocelyn, do you have a set schedule for when you study and relax, or do you just take it day by day? I take it day by day. We already talked about that. Okay. Mijru7, do you study better or alone or with other people? I definitely, for me, there's no difference whether it's just me and another, up to 2 people, but I can't do more than that because I'll get distracted. Even with 2 or 3 people, I still get distracted. So I just make myself put headphones in, and I'm like, no, this is what we're doing. We're doing this today. Sorry, it sucks. That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, up to 3 people, no more than that, because then I get distracted. Viker Laker says, I love your upper arm tattoo. Thank you. Have you had issues with it showing at school/hospital? Okay, so for my school scrubs, I am not allowed to have it showing. For all those who don't know, I have it like a fun little flower tattoo. It hasn't been filled in yet because we have other priorities to pay, like the school bus. So yeah, that's where my tax returns are going, is to the bus and to finishing this guy. But with school, I have to wear white sleeves, which I don't care because I like wearing sleeves anyways. I'm cold all the time. And at the hospital, no, not at mine. Nobody cares. I love that because it's just moving towards to, it doesn't matter. I got a potential scam call. So we were left off on the hospital and my tattoo, and no, they don't care. And I love that we're moving towards that to be a standard, that it doesn't matter, you know, what someone looks like on the outside. Like, I understand if you have tattoos on your face and like crazy piercings, like that's just, I get that, like that's not the place for it. But just like tattoos on your arms and whatnot, that's not, it's, you know, it's not going to affect the way that I'm caring for my patient. So yes, I love it. MJ Porter asks, what is your ultimate career goal? My ultimate career goal is to be a nurse practitioner, and I think we'll be doing that. I think I'll start that in 2020 or 2021. Sorry, I graduated in 2020. I'll do it in 2021 when we start traveling. I'll probably take some classes online, but I would love to be a clinician. Like, that to me is just awesome, to help diagnose, help treat, love on people. I haven't decided whether I would like to do family nurse practice or women's health practice, because I don't know yet, and I love both of those very, very much. So that is that. I'm not answering this question. Preppy and Co. How do you like working in the NICU, and specifically, what do you do while you're in there? I love working in the NICU. I think it's just, I feel like I fit in, and I feel that it's everything that I've been missing in the last couple of years, because I was an infant room teacher when I was like 17 to 19. I did that for 2 years, and I loved every minute of that. It was awesome. And what do I do when I'm down there? I'm basically a unit coordinator and a patient care technician. So a lot of my job, what I'm trained to do, is do the billing, the coding, and then helping with this like insurance plan, and then stocking, making everything is stocked, maybe making sure everything is going to plan, assisting the nurses if they need anything, and then on top of that, if there is downtime, if there's a moment of free time, I can hold the babies, and that to me is amazing. I love holding babies. That's my thing. Yeah. SRW716 says, I'll be starting nursing school and clinicals next fall semester. Any advice? Take time to give yourself grace. That's it. Take time to allow the frustration of like life not going out the way that you want it to. Take the time to give yourself just space to grow, and give others to grow into your life and out of your life, just because it's a time that you might not be focusing on friendships, and some friendships will change because of that, and that's okay, because it just needs to flow. Allow things to flow. That is my advice for you. And don't overstress yourself. Just take it day by day and know that you are going to be an amazing nurse, and just repeat that to yourself. I think we have 2 more pages. Okay. Let me see. Savor the Globe asks, what are your work essentials? My work essentials are a pen light, an expo marker, a highlighter, and a Sharpie, and scissors. Chapstick. Those are my essentials. Those I cannot live without. Ashley.carve says, do you have any interest in getting your master's? Yes, my FNP. So like it's like your master's, I don't know, this whole like new like doctorates of nurse practitioners, like if I get my NP, will I be grandfathered? Am I gonna fall into that age range, or that like graduation range of like, will I be grandfathered? I don't know yet, so we'll find out. Fisher14 says, how do you study and do all the required readings? So this last week has actually been easier because the required readings were posted like 2 weeks ago, and they've been coinciding for the last 2 weeks. So I've just did a lot of them at first and then been focusing on them. And what I also noticed my buddy Katrina in class doing, and I really like this because lately, like, I haven't been taking hand notes, I've been doing PowerPoints and then taking notes on a Word document. But the book the Lewis MedSurg book is actually really good. I don't know who else has that, but I love it. It is not dry. It is actually a good textbook. So I enjoy reading it. That's just me because I'm weird. But so what Katrina was doing yesterday, and I really enjoyed this, she had the book out while the teacher was talking and just highlighting over what she highlighted. So highlight things that you think are important, then highlight what the teacher goes over in class. Yes, so smart, love it. Okay. Kenny and Gwen says, what are your favorite snacks to bring to work? I'm definitely a culprit, and I may or may not eat snacks from the patient fridge. But not like the patient's food, but like the food that the cafeteria brings upstairs. And then I don't bring food. So graham crackers and peanut butter. Sarah.care says 014. Sarah.care 014 says, do you recommend taking chemistry and anatomy in one semester? Is it ANP1 or ANP2? And yes, if you're dedicated, yeah, I think you'll be fine, but you just it's gonna be a lot of work, and you just need to be prepared for that. Sarah Cares also asks, if there are 2 science classes that you have to take in one semester, which ones would you recommend? I think those 2 go well together, but they are a lot of studying. So I think those are fine, because I don't know how your school works. Because I took microbiome and chemistry together because I didn't know I wanted to go into nursing when I was doing my prereqs. So I took those 2 together, and it was fine for me too. So I think you should be totally fine for taking ANP2. Let's see, we're flying through these. Okay. All right. R. Leckman, sorry, I'm just being an idiot. Do you recommend getting a PCT job while in nursing school? And yeah, I do. If, you know, a PCT, CNA job, something so you know the basis of what you're getting into. Am I actually gonna like being a nurse, you know? Do I actually like what I'm doing? Because you don't do a lot of nursey things, but you do a lot of nursing things. Does that make sense? Like, your care is all nursing, and that care will follow you through, and you'll be a better nurse because of it, because you'll actually help out your team. That's just my viewpoint. I've seen nurses who've been CNAs. Oh no. Who've been CNAs, and in my opinion, most of them are better nurses because of that. All of them are better nurses because of it. Not that, like, most nurses that I work with are really good nurses, like all of them. But I've noticed ones that were CNAs before tend to have a different, like, view on their BCTs and auxiliary care. And so that's a plus. And then also, I have pretty much a guaranteed job when I graduate on the med-surg floor that I work on. If I pursue that, I don't have to stress about having a job, because I know that I work really, really hard, and I know I'd be a great asset to the team. And that, to me, job security, like, that's everything. So if you work for a company that you know you'd enjoy working for later, why not become a PCT for them? If your life works out that way, I think it'd be a really great tool. Last one. This one. Olivia Stabinski asks, do you have an inner conflict between being a Christian and living with your boyfriend? And so, yeah, I saw this question a couple days ago, and I've been, like, trying to think, like, how do I answer this question to, like, accurately represent my life? And then, yeah, so Tim and I moved in together. He moved into our place in 2017, like, that October. And at first, like, I didn't really think anything of it. Like, I wasn't really, like, I was just then starting my journey with the Lord. Like, I've been a Catholic my whole entire life, but then I kind of went away from the church and wasn't really involved that, you know, 2016 kind of, and then the beginning of 2017, like I just like wasn't involved. Like I was still growing, and I really truthfully didn't even think about it till I came back from Haiti. And when I went to Haiti, I really experienced God in my life. I genuinely, that whole experience, like it was so tangible. Faith was right there, like it was all around us. And to be with people and just have this one thing in like to have this thing in common, and you can't even share the same language, and you just like have love in common, and that to me is like, okay, this is God. And when I came back, like I was turmoiled for many reasons. There was a lot of things that, you know, just I was processing and wrestling with, and just trying to understand my own selfishness in life and what I take for granted, and it broke me apart. And in that same time, that's when I started struggling with living with Tim. But at the end of the day, it's a choice that we're obviously still continuing to make. And I love living with Tim, and I know that this is going to be my husband. Like these are things that I know, and I'm not a good role model for that reason, and I would never claim to be a good role model. But yeah, I've definitely had an inner conflict with it, but I mean, we can't do anything about it. We're, you know, planning on spending the rest of our lives together, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I think he likes me as much as I like him. So yeah. Hey guys, I realized I didn't film like a really good outro, so I'm gonna film another outro. Thank you guys so much for asking me those questions, getting engaged, and then checking this video out. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to kind of get to know one another, and it just makes me feel really good to know that I can actually do something nice and good and kind with what I've learned so far. So I'm looking forward to getting to know y'all more, and yeah, to more Q&A videos and to more life videos. Maybe I'll start using my YouTube again, we'll see. If you didn't already, make sure to subscribe and like this video and comment down below maybe another question, or yeah. And then my Instagram is Sunshine.prn.